What's up? Subscribe for the ginger cat eating in the background. I don't know why I'm super energetic like this, because today we're talking about everyone's favorite topic, unemployment. Yay! So I multiple weeks ago completed my unemployment. If this is your first video, welcome. I got laid off from my job, I think three weeks ago now. And I walked away because he's very concerned about how loud I'm being suddenly. Because usually he's used to a quiet house. So we're going to get this done in one take so he can go back to a peaceful, serene house. Isn't that right, kitten? Anyway, so unemployment. Specifically, unemployment payments. So if you don't know, or if you're outside of America, just so we're on the same page. There goes the other kitty. Unemployment is a nifty thing where if you get laid off, if the job drops you, of no fault of their decisions, I'm sure it's slightly different from state to state, but you get what's called unemployment. You have to apply for it, but you get some amount of unemployment. And in the state I live in, it's up to close to $400 a week. So close to $1,600 a month, which isn't even my rent. That's what sucks about living in America, but it is something. And that's why I'm in a difficult place right now, because you would think, oh, Nyako, just get a part-time job and you'll earn even more money and you can still apply for jobs in the back on the side. The issue with that is, it works how financial aid in colleges work if you get a scholarship. If you get a scholarship in America, your financial aid will take that out of how much financial aid you get. It basically takes credit for the scholarship you get. So if you were supposed to get like $40,000 in financial aid in grants, or let's say, and you get a scholarship for $20,000, well, your financial aid stays at $40,000. But how much the financial aid people give you goes down by $20,000 because the scholarship is going to make up for the extra $20,000 they just took from you. Basically, the unemployment will get lowered by however much I'm making in my part-time job. The first $50 they so generously ignore per week. I believe it's per week. And then the rest is deducted according to how much you are making in your part-time job. And this is why people get in situations where it doesn't make sense to work the part-time job, because you lose out in unemployment. You're getting money basically equivalent to a part-time job of today, because we're finally at that $15 an hour we fought so hard for. Thank you, Bernie Sanders. And yet you only get, despite that, unemployment pays that much just because some job laid you off. So you're chilling. Unless you found yourself a full-time job or a part-time job that pays more than $15 an hour, it doesn't make sense to work until you find another full-time job. In this case, unemployment only lasts for however many weeks. I haven't looked that up yet, but it doesn't make sense to keep looking. It doesn't make sense to get a part-time job because unemployment would go down. So why ruin your free money, basically? So that's the weird situation I'm in right now. And I did apply for SNAP too. And if I get that, I don't know if that will take away from unemployment. I guess it depends on what my situation shapes out to or whatever. If they asked me, I did say that I applied for SNAP. But we'll see how it goes. It is scary. I'm kind of sick right now. Next week, I'm going to go into this office that they have in my county, where if I'm successful in getting a grant, like, that will cut my rent significantly. So that will really help if I can get, that grant, combined with unemployment. If everything works out, I have less to worry about. I'm still job searching, but I have less to worry about. But it's pretty scary. It's still scary because all this stuff is limited, and even though I do have a nice saving and I'm getting severance from my job, unemployment doesn't replace that, and I could still apply for the grant even with severance. I do have a safety net, a small one, but I have one. But people talk about, I'll make a whole video about this, but people talk about, oh, I have a safety net. I was able to take multiple months off before I started job searching again, and I discovered myself. And you'll see a bunch of YouTube videos about that. That's not me. I don't get to do all that. I have to be actively job searching. I am looking at getting a career coach. And my job offers outplacement services that are supposed to include career coaches. I haven't heard back from them still, even though I signed the severance agreement over a week ago. So I think, but at this point, it was just a week ago. So this fucking just a crazy little part of my life. I've got these 2 shelter cats, foster cats. The shelter provides food for them. They provide vet care if they need it. So that's why that's not a financial weight on me right now, thankfully. I just gotta make sure the cats feel loved and they seem happy. I let them be free in the house. But that's where I am right now. Short video this time. Basically, it's a weird position where I am in the process of getting unemployment, and most likely it'll then make no sense to get a part-time job. And it's weird, but I actually feel bad that I'm in a position where I'm not going to have to struggle finding a part-time job or doing DoorDash or Uber Eats, while I'm looking for a full-time job. Because financially, it doesn't make sense. And hopefully, I'll find something before things get too dire. I'll probably lose my savings. I think for young people like me at this point, that's probably not going to be too uncommon because of all the layoffs and stuff that we're going through the 2020s already. It's the second time there's been a major amount of layoffs. The first time was, of course, COVID, and that's in 5 years. So I don't feel too bad about the situation as far as having less savings at the end of this, but I really have to. This video serves as a reminder to me to work hard, to get a job, be like doing what I can to fix my job search strategies, to make sure I'm working toward getting a job as fast as I can. But hopefully I figure things out and things work out. But hopefully outplacement services come soon. If not, I may be looking at hiring a coach on my own. If that doesn't work out, I still need help after that. But thank you so much for watching. This isn't really a break for me. I'm still putting most of my energy into playing for jobs and then trying to fit in playing Genshin, but that's not till the end of the night. I've really got into Genshin Impact, if I haven't mentioned that, but that's been my game the last several months, and sorry if you hear me sniffling, but I've been getting over a cold I suddenly got this week. But thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you like this. Hype the video if that's what you want to do. I feel like such a boomer, totally unsure what the hype system even is. And thank you so much, and have a great day. Also, hi.